Hey there, Cancer, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of June, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Cancer, if this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. You can just go ahead and send me an email. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Your girl loves coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Well. Okay, Cancer. So, the main energy for your reading this month is the Five of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck you get the Five of Pentacles. I honestly don't know if this is your energy, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Capricorn showing up strong here, and then also Aquarius. There's an energy, I'm going to say you, because this is your reading. This could also be your person's energy, so take it as it resonates. There's a very strong energy in this reading of, I want this, but telling yourself, I don't want this. So like I said, the main energy for your reading this month is the Five of Swords. There's an energy here of you trying to bullshit yourself, essentially trying to convince yourself, like I said, of, I want this person, this soul connection, whatever this is, right? I don't know what that is yet. We're going to clarify. But trying to tell yourself, no, I don't. No, I don't. It's not that important. Like, I think I want this, but do I actually want this? Not really sure where this trying to lie to yourself energy is coming from, but we'll clarify. We'll see. In the recent past, you get the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. There was heartbreak. There was a lot of heartbreak, emotional pain here in the recent past, and it came out of nowhere. It almost like you weren't expecting it, and then just one day, bam, pain, emotional pain, devastation. Like you really felt like the ground beneath you just unstable, completely dissolved. Now, do I feel like you showed it? Do I feel like if people looked at you and they're like, oh, what's Cancer going through? They would never know. You put on a very strong, brave, cool, calm, collected type of energy. In the current situation, you get the Devil, the Star, and the High Priestess. These are all major arcana, which are letting me know that there's really big, like your higher self is really coming in the current situation and kind of voicing its feelings, its thoughts. Like your higher self is coming in and being like, hey, I need to be known here. You want something, but again, you want it. You really, really want it, but what you're doing is taking this desire, this deep desire that you have, and burying it deep within yourself. I don't know what this is. Like I said, we're going to clarify. In the near future, you get the Six of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. There's a soul connection here, a divine connection. You and this person have a lot of good energy between you, but this soul connection is stressing you out. I don't know what about this connection is stressing you out, but I can see the stress here in the near future. Very intense reading, and I haven't even clarified yet. So let's clarify. Let's start off with the Five of Swords, which is the main energy for your reading this month. We got the Fool in reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, you're showing me there's a strong bond, right? There's a very, very strong bond. And all of my cards are in the upright. The fact that the Fool came out in reverse is letting me know you want a new beginning, right? If I were to ask your higher self, Cancer, what do you want? You would say, I want a new beginning. This is a very strong bond that I share with this person. It's a very strong connection that I share with this person. And I know that having a new beginning, like truly wiping the slate clean, would bring me a lot of emotional stability, a lot of emotional balance. And this is where the you lying to yourself energy comes in, because you're showing me, no, it won't. I don't want this. And your higher self is like, Cancer, yes, this is what you want. And you're kind of like, hush, higher self, be quiet. I don't want to hear you. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Your mind, your ego knows better. Trust me, your higher self does not like being silenced, Cancer. But I feel like you're going to recognize that in the current situation. But let's see. Let's clarify the Three of Swords in the recent past. Three of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords again, and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're heartbroken here in the recent past. You are heartbroken because you're single. You're showing me I'm single, I'm on my own, I'm experiencing a lot of emotional pain because I still love this person. I still have love for them. I want to offer them love. I want to give them my love. I want to receive love from them. But I'm on my own. I'm single. So obviously, that would be very painful for you. If there's this person that you love, that you have emotions for, but then you're not with them for whatever reason, right? Whether it's their doing, your doing, it doesn't matter. You're not even really showing me like whose fault it was here in the recent past. Let's take a look at the Tower in the recent past for you. Tower is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, which you get again in the current situation, and the Two of Swords. You don't know, right? You don't know. The universe is coming in and kind of telling you, hey, Cancer, we got this, right? Like, don't worry. Stop freaking out. And you're like, deep down, I have this feeling. I know the universe, like, takes care of me. I know that I'm aligned in terms of like the direction that I'm going in, but I just don't know. Again, your mind is coming in here in the recent past and trying to take over the show. And your higher self is like, hey, I got this. I don't need your help, ego, mind, whatever you want to call it. I'm good. And your mind's like, no, 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 but I need to be heard. I need to voice my thoughts, my feelings. Like, you have a very powerful mind, but it's literally like, the universe is guiding you in one direction and you feel it intuitively, like I'm on the right path. I know I'm going to be fine. Like, yeah, I'm going through some emotional pain here in the 3D world, but in the 5D, I got this. But then your mind here in the 3D world comes in and it's like, okay, well, where's the proof? I want to see it. Where's the proof? I want to see evidence here in the 3D world. Your higher self is like, okay, patience, divine timing is at play here. And you're like, no, 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 I want to see it now. It's very much like a ego-driven, like, your mind is trying to come in and take over. Let's take a look at the King of Pentacles in the recent past. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Sun, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. You want a new beginning here in the recent past. You want to rekindle this again. You want to come back together with your person. There is nothing that would make you happier. You're literally showing me like the happiest card in the deck. The Sun, this is what I want. This is the energy that I have tied up to this new beginning, right? But again, because you have an ego, and you do have an ego on you, and again, this could be your person, whoever I'm reading for right now. Their ego is very strong, and they always want to make sure that they appear, and again, you get the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. This need to always appear in control, cool, calm, collected, unbothered, is essentially what's interfering with the action that needs to be taken to have this new beginning here in the recent past. This person showing me like, I want a new beginning. I want to start over. I want to have a fresh start. But I need to make sure that it makes sense logically, right? I can't act from a place of emotion. I have to appear cool, calm, collected, emotionally detached. So it's like, well, how are you going to go ahead and have this new beginning if you're trying to still convince yourself that you don't even want it and it doesn't matter to you? This person is very much conflicted between what they want, right? Their true, their higher self, what they want, versus appearances, ego, cold, cool, calm. It's very, it like clashes, but this person seems to think like, oh, I can have both, right? I can have everything that I want without actually like taking action. I don't have to be vulnerable. I don't have to be emotionally expressive. It doesn't work that way, though. It doesn't work that way. But they seem to think it does, at least in the recent past. Let's take a look at the Devil in the current situation for you. Wow. The Devil is clarified by the Devil again, the King of Swords, and the Hermit. Yeah, deep down, you know what you want. Deep down, you know what you want, right? Like, again, if I were to take away your mind, your ego, it would be crystal clear what you want, what you're going for, which direction you're trying to move in. But this is all deep, deep down. You got some unhealthy behavioral patterns here you might want to look at. And again, I don't know if this is you or your person. Somebody here is very good at lying to themselves, at convincing themselves that they don't want something, at silencing their desires. So it's literally like, oh, I want this piece of cake. No, you don't. You don't want this piece of cake. Yeah, you're right. I don't want this piece of cake. But why? I want this piece of cake. Like, why all this like mental mind games? And again, this comes from like really deep-seated unhealthy behavioral issues. So I don't know if this is like trauma. I don't know if this is an attachment style, which is unhealthy. I'm not really sure where this is coming from, but I can just see that this person, like, they have an emotion, they have a desire, and then their mind literally just overrides the whole thing. Let's take a look at the Star in the current situation. Okay, 3 cards, 3 cards. The star in the current situation is clarified by the Three of Wands, Eight of Cups, Five of Wands. Yeah, this person's very conflicted. And at the bottom of the deck, you get the Six of Cups, which you get again in the near future. This person's very, very conflicted. Because on the one hand, again, they have this desire. On the other hand, they're trying to convince themselves that they're emotionally detached, emotionally disconnected from this desire. And so what they end up doing is just waiting. They don't act on this desire. They don't act away from this desire. So it's like you're not reaching for the piece of cake, but you're also not being like, okay, take this cake away from me, right? There's a conflict, and essentially what ends up happening is you are just stuck. There's no movement happening this way or that way. So it's literally just like an eternal state of conflict, internal conflict. Let's take a look at the High Priestess in the current situation. High Priestess is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Hanged Man. Yeah, deep down, right, you know that this person in this connection that you're with, and again, I don't know if you're married to this person or if, you know, that connection just feels so deep, y'all might as well have been married. You're showing me deep down, this person brings in a lot of nurturing, caring, supportive energy. This connection is very supportive and nurturing to you as well. And deep down, you know this. But again, there's a difference between knowing and feeling something deep down and taking action to make it manifest here in the 3D world. So here in the 3D world, you're like, I want a new beginning, but at the same time, you're also suppressing this desire with your ego and your logic. And again, you're not only stuck in like a stalemate here in the 3D world, you're also stuck in a stalemate on the 5D world, because you're essentially, your actions here in the 3D world do affect what is happening in the 5D, right? We have free will at the end of the day. The universe can try to push you in a specific direction all at once. You have the choice whether or not you want to move. And you're showing me, I'm not moving here. Let's take a look at the near future. I want to see what the Six of Cups is for you here in the near future. Six of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Justice. The love is starting to become a little bit too much to resist here. It's literally like the emotions, right? The things that you're trying to suppress and reason your way through and be like, no, you know, it doesn't make sense for me to act. I need a cool, calm, collected, all that nonsense. The emotions are starting to bubble up so much to the surface where you're like, okay, I need to do something about this. You don't want to do something about this. You're still trying to essentially resist this urge, this feeling that you get to, you know, reach out to the person, talk to them. Basically, the desire here is to set things right, is to truly, truly heal things. And again, you're trying to push it off as much as you can. You're really trying to ignore it. Be like, no, I can wait. I don't feel this, you know, whatever reasoning you give yourself. But it's becoming a little bit too much to resist in the near future. Let's take a look at the Nine of Swords in the near future for you. Nine of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Ace of Cups. Despite the pain, despite the anxiety, despite the fear, you're finally taking action. The love becomes too much. Your desire to have a new beginning with this person, the feelings just overwhelm you. You literally cannot resist them anymore. So even though you're scared, even though you're anxious, even though, you know, you're putting yourself on display here and you're kind of being vulnerable and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, yes, I'm acting based on what I want, my desires, but it's still stressful. It's still scary because it's a different MO for you. You're so used to being cool, calm, collected, not vulnerable, not expressive, that all of a sudden all these emotions just overwhelm you and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I have to do it. And you want to, it feels good, but it also feels really, really scary for you here in the near future to step out of your comfort zone, which you've been in for so long, it seems. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands here in the near future. Queen of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Wands, again, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. This person is just like a magnet to you. You can't resist them. The second you somehow get in their vicinity energetically, it's literally just like, whoop, you guys are like magnets. Are you overthinking this? Yes. Are you afraid of rejection and it not working out and this person basically telling you to kick rocks? Yes. But you are just so drawn to them and the emotion that you have for them is just so intense that in the near future, it's like you can't resist it. You can't fight it any longer. It's really cool energy to witness compared to all of this, which is constantly like this internal battle of I want this, I don't want this. in the near future, you're just kind of like, oh my God, okay, fine. I feel it. Let me just go and act based on how I feel. It's very freeing in a sense. So let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Cancer. From the universe, you get the Strength, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. It's difficult for you. It's difficult for you because you really do want to communicate with this person. Throughout this whole month, right, there's this desire to communicate. And I feel like in the near future, you eventually succumb to this desire. But this whole month, you're constantly just like battling yourself. Do I reach out? Do I not? Do I talk to them? Do I not? There's a lot of like evaluating and assessing here, but you're merely using that as a way to like procrastinate and delay taking action based on how you feel. And in the near future, you're just kind of like, okay, whatever. I'll just do it. I'll bite the bullet. I'll just do it. So Cancer, that is what I have for you. I feel like we literally went through an emotional roller coaster together, but that is what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated and gave you clarity. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, again, I love me some coffee. Donation link is below and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Thanks again for tuning in, Cancer, and I'll see you here on the next one.